Why, hello there. We have people to do and places to see. There's a brand new event with an event weapon that originally I thought would be really good for Yahoda, but it also could work very well on Roran. I knew that. I thought one of their bows was maxed out and then I could pass it to whoever's not going to use it, but it looks like they're both at the same level. So we'll have to take care of that. And also, there are witchy buffs to be had, which I don't know who coded this. Why is it 5.71428%? Does it need to be that specific? If it was 0.000001% stronger or weaker, would it have really changed that much? Oh, Fischl, how boring, only 22.5%? Why not like 0.5612498? Obviously, those witch buffs are going to be great for this account until we remember how much I struggle with theory crafting. But in theory, Fischl and Sucrose can be on a team and they become even stronger. Technically, we could also use this as the start of a team. Fourth slot would probably be either Bennett or Shanling. So obviously right now our Razor is not built at all. Fischl's witch buff pretty much targets electrocharged or overload, which is good because electrocharge is what we've been using a lot of on this account. However, not as good because on this account we've been using Lanyan a lot, and then we just built ourselves another new Animo character. But if I run this team, then both of those aren't being used, and also there's 0 sustain. Technically speaking, I could put Sucrose onto prototype Amber, but she has an 80 burst cost, and ideally we want a lot of elemental mastery, so she's not exactly a great user of that weapon. I guess technically I could run an on-field Barbara. It's kind of weird, but I think it works, and that would actually be so hilarious to use. She's pretty much not built at all right now. I'm not going to change that at this moment in time, but we'll run her on a team for the time being, and I will just try to get a feel to see if that's gonna work. Also, I don't know where that quest is. Oh, I think I just saw it, but I know that we need to go to the Favonius headquarters, and I know how to get there by myself. But wait, Barbara, I've noticed something of utmost importance here. You can have the Mondstadt wings because you're from Mondstadt. Also, I do find it kind of funny that these are essentially witch buffs, as we're calling them, and Lisa doesn't get any. I know there are lore implications, but like, she's a witch and she could definitely use some buffs. Also, I just find this so funny. Just this freeze frame. I know it was intended, but it really feels like they forgot to animate it. Fortunately, both these characters are at least level 70, so I can go straight to doing their homework. Oh gosh, they mentioned the Shattered Halberd Mr. 9 stuff. I don't remember if it was actually part of it, but I'm getting flashbacks to Xing Cho's story quest and the trauma that has caused me because I've had to do it on so many accounts. Okay, it does seem to be the same guy that we're going to. It's the Xing Cho story quest all over again. I remembered this NPC being so much older than he is here. What I will say is this witch quest is already like 3 times as long as both of the other ones I did on the Swords Only account combined. Also, we technically took Chang the Ninth's money and never returned it. For anyone else that has done this quest, does this just seem incredibly random? Like, you know how when you go to sleep, you have a dream and everything makes sense in the dream, but then it makes no sense in reality? This is essentially that. If all of a sudden the Traveler or Fischl wake up and this was all a dream, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Everything just happened way too perfectly. And there we go. We're giving him his money back. We do also get to pick one of these 4 stars and get a constellation for them. For all of them, it'll just be a C1. Of their C1s, Sucrose's is the best as we get another use of this skill that can help with energy recharge problems, as well as just refreshing the viridescent buff. But obviously, C6 Fischl would be so nice. Her C1 isn't gonna do much because I don't use her normal attacks. And then with everything about Razor, with this new witch buff, all I see is people saying, if you have him at C6, then use him. Yeah, no, I don't. So you know what? You can put it down in the comments between Fischl or Sucrose which one you think I should get the constellation for, and I will claim that next time, which means I'm gonna have to sit with an exclamation mark on my event menu for the rest of this episode. That's gonna be mildly annoying. Oh, and I just realized I only did one of their character quest things. It just took so much longer than the previous ones. I forgot we still have to do another. No, they're not engaged in another quest, actually. Thank you, focused mode. Ironically, they give you a trial Sucrose against an enemy that is completely immune to Sucrose's attacks. That is certainly an interesting choice. Oh, this minigame's back. I got this. I'm sure there's already a guide somewhere online that would tell you the exact way to organize all this, but I don't need that. I am a genius. Is that it? Oh, I thought it was gonna have to fill every single space. Oh, they want me to go to Dragonspine, which I've definitely explored on this account. It's really strange that my map somehow reset. What a crazy bug. They should definitely look into that. Are we about to fight a giant whopper flower? Because it'd be really funny if we do, since we've already done that once here. Granted, not on this account, but in that old event where I think we got the Cinnabar Spindle. Wow. That's exactly what it is. I am seeing lots of reused assets in this. Like, it's not just the same model. We're fighting it in the exact same location. And now I get my Cinnabar Spindle, right? Once again, I think the game glitched. I didn't get my Cinnabar Spindle, but I did get the homework completed. So we have our insanely specific decimal buffs. Oh, and capped resin. I should probably take care of that. And I'm thinking, which I try not to do very often, that we can farm... You know what? This is probably not the best idea because I do need some more viridescent pieces, especially for Sucrose, but I could just farm in a different domain that has 2 sets I want and then get them from the strong box. Or, because I'm already in here, I can just keep farming anyways. I don't yet know how I feel about using Barbara as the driver for this team, but I guess I can kind of use the excuse of if I'm going to use Barbara, I could put her on Maiden Beloved, which I also get from farming in here, thereby making it not quite as inefficient. Sucrose? Nope, bad Sucrose. You are not supposed to swirl Pyro here. Well, I did get a flower that is better for Sucrose. For some reason, they only want to give me attack percent Sans, so she has to stay on this really crappy EM one. And like, yes, the main stat's all we really care about, but it could have at least rolled energy recharge. I might do some more farming in there later, but I guess I can test my luck and see if we get EM or ER. Okay. Second one, no. The game is obsessed with attack percent today. Why? Sucrose doesn't need that. But what my Auroron does need is this bow. Oh, it's going back to Dragonspine again? I guess the background here is snowy. I just saw Natlin characters and a Natlin looking weapon, and I assumed we were going to be going back to Natlin. But as they say, you should never assume, because when you assume, you make an assumption. And when you make an assumption, you're assuming. They say you should never assume, so I'm not going to assume anything. But before we get to do anything in Dragonspine, I have more resin to spend, and I will not be doing it here because I went in to check. Oh, what's Fischl working with these days? That didn't roll so well. This one could use some crit rate. Sans could also use crit rate. This rolled just about as bad as it possibly could. And this one... Well, this one's actually not that bad. I'd love to move these flat attacks down to attack percent, but that's okay. I'm only going to spend my regular resin in here, as I prefer to save the condensed resin for once we actually get that event weapon, assuming, of course, that we can do all parts of the event. And I'm still not so sure how I feel about Barbara as the main driver here. I know one thing for certain is it's going to suck to use this team against anything with cryo application. As per usual, we had to get ourselves a defense percent with double crit, because no artifact farming would be complete without it. Is this a bad team? I'm starting to think it might be. You know, if Barbara is gonna be the main driver, we don't need her to do more healing. And we have this shiny 5-star weapon that no one's using. Maiden Beloved? We don't need that. I'm not gonna level these right now, mostly because I just don't have the fodder to level them, but most of them are already level 20. I could definitely use a crit damage circlet instead, but that's okay. Now, this team should really be cooking, or maybe, probably not. You know what? This is probably the best team I've ever made. Good job, me. 100 points. Okay, so at this point, things might be a little all over the place. We're gonna see. Today was supposed to be the last day of recording, so I planned on waking up nice and early. Well, early for me. I mean, to be fair, 4 p.m. is pretty early if you're going to bed at like 11 a.m. But yeah, the idea was, you know, wake up, get the recording done. Then tomorrow, all I have to do is edit the video, and then I'm set for the holidays. And then I woke up, and out of nowhere, my body decided, you know, let's get sick for the holiday season. It heard Christmas was coming up, and it gave me the gift of sore throat. Since it's only the first day of sore throat, that means it's only gonna get worse. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my voice is kind of an important part of making these videos. So when it's painful just to speak, it's not exactly ideal. But I am not about to upload an 8-minute video, so I'ma just see how much I can get done today before it gets worse. Also, I don't think I said why I was in here. The banners have reset. So as per usual, we have to do some stuff in the Spiral Abyss to get our pulls. As you can tell, I did swap back to the Lanyan team because it just feels the best right now. And not gonna lie, we already did some in the Spiral Abyss on the swords only account, and floor 11 was something I was worried about when it came to the 4-star only account, because there's so many enemies for no reason. Floors 9 and 10 were pretty easy. Then we get to the floor 11. Since they boost pyro damage, I'm gonna bring Gaming. Second half boosts Electro, so I'll bring Electro charged. Now, I can have both pain and suffering in real life and in the game, because I have to take out 65 of these. And when there's this many enemies, it's a little harder to control where Gaming is actually doing his plunging attacks, and it's very hard to try and get the aggro of every enemy on screen. If there was no monolith here, this would be fun. Infinite melts and vaporizes. I honestly don't want to have to use the rest of the team here, but this is a pretty good banner, so I would like to get the pull temples from clearing this floor. This side has 10. That is more doable as these guys allow us to draw their aggro. Oh yeah, this side's way easier. All right, we got past that. I'll take my elemental mastery and I hate this. Why? Why was this decided on? They don't even die right away. And sometimes I bring them down to like 1 HP and then wonder, wait, are they dying? Did I actually kill them? Do I have to kill them again? Oh, this is not going well. You know, what is on screen right now is actually a great depiction of what my body is experiencing. Simultaneously hot and cold. This will be great. This will be great. The other side only needs 35 seconds. 2 of these, 35 seconds. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, look, they did better than I thought they were gonna do. Oh, right. It's not floor 12, nor is it chamber 3. We only need 5 minutes left. I knew that, of course. I was just acting to make it more suspenseful. Melting away. Also a good representation of what my body's feeling. How thematic. But you see, now we do need 7 minutes left, and it's going just about as bad as the second chamber. All right, Lanyan, don't let me down. We'll set up what we need to set up, and then we start attacking. I mean, it's going pretty well, but then this thing's gonna sprint away from us, which is not gonna be fun. Okay, luckily we didn't get the sprinting away animation, but I don't think we're gonna clear this in time. We're gonna be so close. That sucks. And we lose the 3 stars. I'll give it one more try. My favorite part is when Gaming targets the one outside of all the circles, because, you know, who needs buffs? Ideally, I want at least a minute for the second half. It doesn't look like I'm going to be getting that here. Okay, this is proven to be way worse than the first attempt. I don't even know if that's possible, because the first one was already pretty bad. Why do you teleport instantly upon spawning? Let's play a little game where you don't do that. We'll call it the fun game. All right, 55 seconds, take it or leave it. I don't know why I even say that, because I'm the one who has to take it or leave it. All right, that should be good. I don't want to do floor 12 in any capacity, so I won't. Also, I have come to the realization after this banner, I'm pretty much gonna be out of primo gems, so I don't know what happens then. But we'll start with our 110 pull on the character banner. See if we get ourselves a Gaming constellation, or really, you know, any of them. Shevers, okay. We can run an overload team. Just Shevers on the first. As per usual, we do a 10 pull on the weapon banner. Give me the fruitful hook, please. I said please, therefore you are obligated to do it. That is not what I said. We have 3 10 pulls left that we get to do. The thing is, I really would like to get one of the fruitful hooks. So I will put one of those into the weapon banner, and I will hopefully be rewarded. No, that's 2 4 stars in the same temple. Nope. Okay. I will put the second 10 pull onto the character banner. I don't know where I'm putting that last one, but so far these have, I mean, I'll take a stringless, but that probably means we're not going to get a character. Oh boy. I want to get a fruitful hook, but at this point, the odds of getting it are so low. However, I am guaranteed to get one of these 4 stars here. So even though, again, I really want that fruitful hook, I'm just going to put it onto the character banner. We get ourselves an Eon Sun. I don't remember what constellation that is, but I'm assuming it's like C1 or 2. And that's going to be it, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Kind of very underwhelming wishes. Can my 2 acquaint fates save it? First one is actually purple. That's not what I was looking for. And the second one is blue. It is a C2 Eon Sun and a C1 Shevers. Now it's time to try to get the bow, because even though we couldn't get the weapon that we wanted off of the banners, at least we can get this one. I did it. I have unlocked the actual event part of the event. I just realized I clicked through all the instructions without reading any of them. So let's just see what happens. When off-field characters deal pyro damage. Off-field pyro damage. I don't really have that. I mean, I do, but it's not built. I mean, maybe a Hoda can? Let's see. Do some pyro and then do this to get off-field pyro application going, and then actually get her off the field. We'll swirl it, get more pyro going, and then start doing our plunging attacks. So I really don't have any reactions going on, but I think that should be okay. Oh, so you know how I put Yahoda on the team for off-field pyro application? Yeah, she doesn't do that unless Aino's here as well. Forgot about that part. Okay. What? 1 star. New attempt. Super simple. We apply pyro, then do this. You get off-field pyro application actually going on this time. Then we also get a shield up for some of the other buffs. And this hopefully works a little better. Uh-oh, I messed up the turn order. Say goodbye to off-field pyro application. That basically did the exact same amount. Oh, though it was a little more. We got 2 stars. Ooh, but this one wants hyper bloom. Well, it probably wants lunar bloom, but that's not real. It doesn't exist on this account. But I have hyper fridge. Come on, let me get the 3 stars. I know I'm not gonna get it every time. Just let me have it here. Oh, I got it. Nice. Next up is just normal attacks. I mean, normal attacks plus doing elemental damage. I could just use Lanyan. We just bring back the electrocharged. This seems to be working okay. I don't think we're gonna get up to 3 stars. Oh, I just barely did. So that went better than I thought it would. Ah, and then the final one wants electrocharged. Apparently you can use that for most of these. Oh, I probably want Ino here, don't I? There are some enemies mixed in that we don't have to... Where are you going? Hey, I got 3 stars again. So it's just the first one, I only got 2. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. We'll just move right along to the next event. For the sake of my health and my throat, this video ends as soon as I get the event weapon and all of the refinements for it. I'm glad that all of the event stuff so far has just been located in one spot, and then they teleport you to wherever the actual event takes place. Because as we saw earlier, I have not explored much of Dragonspine on this account yet, and it would not be smart to be roaming around in such a cold area while I'm sick. And yes, that rule still applies even if it is a video game. And if you'd like to see my sources, then I'll show you them. Here is my source, Water Nation. Any shot I can activate this during... Nope, that would have been nice. All right, this one's all done as well. Wait, is this co-op? This is co-op, isn't it? Yes, it is. That makes me sad because I've been wanting Windtrace to come back for so long, assuming it is more like the original Windtrace. But I don't want to do that right now when I'm sick. And those matches usually take quite a while, so I'm gonna hope that I can get the weapon and refinements without having to do it today. I'm fine with doing Windtrace. I just don't want to do it right now. This is the final level of the shoot the slimy looking thing event part thing. I'm sure that's what it's officially called as well. So without touching Windtrace, let's collect all the rewards. Can I get the weapon and all refinements? Yes, I can. Perfect. So Auroran, you can hold on to this, and then you normally, yep, it is boosted. So we want to try to level this up as much as we can now, which is not very much. Is this gonna be a quick domain for us to clear? It's not that bad. I'm just gonna spend at least all the regular resin, and then I'll probably just work on the weapon off camera. All right, all resin and 1 condensed resin has been spent. With that, we can ascend the weapon, get it up to level 40, ascend for the 2nd time, ascend for the 3rd time, and ascend for the 4th time. I do actually have enough of the domain drops. It's just gonna be a matter of these, and probably weapon XP. I do apologize that this video is definitely going to be shorter than normal, but my throat would very much appreciate it if I stopped talking. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. Have a merry holidays for whatever you celebrate if you're watching this when it goes up, and I shall see all of you guys next time.